For kidney patients, food choices can feel like a constant puzzle. Nuts are a perfect example. You hear everywhere that they're healthy, packed with protein, fiber, and good fats. Doctors recommend them for heart health, weight control, and even brain function. But when kidneys are struggling, that same handful of nuts can turn from helpful to harmful in an instant. The confusion leaves many people stuck, not knowing if they should eat nuts at all or avoid them completely. The problem is that most nuts are not kidney-friendly. They may be loaded with potassium, phosphorus, or oxalates, three things that can quietly push weak kidneys toward failure. High potassium can cause dangerous heart rhythms, excess phosphorus forces kidneys to work overtime, and oxalates can increase the risk of painful stones. You might not feel the damage right away, but over time, the wrong nuts can worsen kidney decline without warning. What's praised as a healthy snack for the general public can be a hidden danger for someone with chronic kidney disease. The good news is that not all nuts are off limits. Research shows that 4 specific nuts can actually support kidney health instead of harming it. These nuts provide energy without overload, reduce inflammation in the body, protect blood vessels, and even help control blood sugar levels. For kidney patients, that means less strain, fewer symptoms, and a better chance of keeping creatinine stable. Choosing the right nuts in the right amounts can make snacking not just safe, but healing. In this guide, we're going to separate the safe from the unsafe. You'll discover the 4 nuts that belong in your diet, the 6 nuts you should never touch if you have kidney disease, the mistakes most people make when preparing or eating them, and a simple daily plan that shows you exactly how to enjoy nuts without risking your kidneys. Along the way, you'll see how small changes in your snack bowl can add up to big changes in your lab. Results. 1 small handful a day can either protect your kidneys or destroy them. But before we talk about the safe ones, you need to understand why nuts are such a double-edged sword for kidney patients. Nuts have always been praised as one of the healthiest snacks you can eat. They are small but packed with nutrition protein that helps keep muscles strong, omega-3 fatty acids that support the heart and reduce inflammation, and antioxidants that protect cells from damage. For the average person, these benefits make nuts a smart choice compared to processed snacks or fried foods. Doctors often recommend them as part of a balanced diet, and studies link regular nut consumption with better heart health and lower risk of chronic diseases. On the surface, it sounds like a win for everyone. But when kidneys are weak, the story changes. The same nutrients that help healthy people can overload damaged kidneys. Most nuts are high in potassium, which in kidney patients does not leave the blood easily. When potassium builds up, it can affect the heart's rhythm, and in severe cases, even cause dangerous heart problems. Nuts are also rich in phosphorus, another mineral the kidneys normally balance. Too much phosphorus weakens bones, causes itchy skin, and forces kidneys to work harder. Some nuts are also high in oxalates, natural compounds that increase the risk of kidney stones, something no kidney patient can afford to deal with. The risks don't stop there. Many nuts sold in stores are roasted with salt or flavored coatings. That extra sodium increases blood pressure and swelling, both of which place additional strain on kidneys that are already struggling. What seems like a small snack can actually deliver a heavy load of minerals and chemicals that kidneys are not equipped to handle. This is why nuts are often called a double-edged sword for kidney patients. They look healthy, and in some ways they are, but they can just as easily make things worse. All people with chronic kidney disease already have hidden mineral imbalances in their blood. When they eat the wrong nuts regularly, it speeds up the decline in kidney function. The early warning signs may be subtle cramps in the legs, constant fatigue, bones that feel weaker, skin that becomes itchy, or lab results showing rising potassium and phosphorus. Many patients ignore these signals until the damage has already advanced. What's healthy for the heart can be poison for the kidneys. So, which nuts actually heal instead of harm? Let's start with the first kidney-friendly nut. Walnuts are often recognized for their brain-like shape, but their benefits extend far beyond mental health. For kidney patients, they provide unique advantages that make them one of the safest nuts to enjoy in moderation. Walnuts are particularly rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which act as natural anti-inflammatory agents. Inflammation is one of the hidden drivers of kidney damage, silently attacking the blood vessels and filtration units. By reducing this inflammation, walnuts help protect the tiny vessels that supply blood to the kidneys, keeping them open and functional for longer. This protective effect also reduces the strain on the heart, which is closely linked to kidney health. Another reason walnuts stand out is their mineral content. Most nuts are loaded with phosphorus, making them risky for people with chronic kidney disease. Walnuts, however, contain less phosphorus compared to almonds, cashews, or pistachios, which makes them safer when eaten in the right amounts. This lower phosphorus load means that you can enjoy walnuts without pushing your kidneys into overdrive. For patients who already struggle with phosphorus control, this small difference is very important. Cholesterol balance is another area where walnuts shine. Many kidney patients also deal with cardiovascular issues such as high cholesterol, high blood pressure, or clogged arteries. Walnuts have been shown to improve cholesterol levels by lowering LDL, the bad cholesterol, and increasing HDL, the good cholesterol. This directly reduces cardiovascular strain, which in turn benefits kidney health, since poor circulation and heart problems are major risks for worsening kidney disease. By supporting both the heart and the kidneys, walnuts play a double role in protecting overall health. When it comes to portion sizes, moderation is the key. Eating 3 to 4 walnut halves a day is enough to gain the benefits without adding unnecessary potassium or phosphorus. More is not better. Large amounts can still overload the kidneys, but this small daily serving offers just the right balance. The best way to eat walnuts is raw and unsalted. Roasted or salted versions often come with added oils or sodium, which cancels out the benefits. Choosing plain walnuts ensures that you're getting pure nutrients without hidden risks. Walnuts can be enjoyed on their own, chopped into oatmeal, or added to a kidney-safe salad for extra crunch. Their flavor is satisfying, which helps control cravings for less healthy snacks. Over time, making walnuts a regular part of your diet can improve energy levels, reduce inflammation, and support better blood test results. This wrinkled nut looks like a brain, but it's your kidneys that benefit most. But one kidney-safe nut hides behind its sweet taste. You'll be shocked it's not off limits. Pecans are often associated with desserts like pecan pie, but on their own, they can be a surprisingly good choice for kidney patients. One of their biggest advantages is that they are lower in potassium compared to many other popular nuts such as almonds or pistachios. For people with chronic kidney disease, this makes a big difference. Lower potassium means pecans are less likely to push blood levels into dangerous ranges, keeping the heart safe and avoiding sudden complications. Beyond minerals, pecans are rich in antioxidants, especially a group called flavonoids. These compounds calm inflammation throughout the body, including in the kidneys. Since chronic inflammation accelerates kidney damage, antioxidants act as a shield, protecting kidney tissue from ongoing stress. This effect also supports blood vessels, helping to maintain healthy circulation, which is vital for both kidney and heart health. By adding pecans to the diet, patients can reduce silent inflammation while enjoying a tasty and satisfying snack. Pecans also play a role in blood sugar control. Diabetes is one of the leading causes of kidney disease, and stable blood sugar is essential to prevent further decline. Pecans provide healthy fats and fiber, which slow down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. This keeps blood sugar levels steady instead of spiking and crashing. For kidney patients who also manage diabetes, this stability is extremely valuable. It reduces strain on the kidneys while supporting overall health. The safe serving size for pecans is a small handful, usually around 8 to 10 halves. This amount gives enough antioxidants and healthy fats without adding too many calories or minerals that could stress the kidneys. As with other nuts, it's important to eat them plain and unsalted. Processed or flavored pecans may contain added sugar, salt, or oils that undo their benefits. Pecans can be eaten as a snack on their own, sprinkled over kidney-friendly salads, or added to oatmeal for variety. Their mild, slightly sweet flavor makes them easy to enjoy without the need for extra seasoning. For patients who miss crunch in their diet, pecans provide a safe way to add texture while also delivering kidney protective benefits. This southern favorite isn't just for pie. It may protect your kidneys too. Still, not all nuts are safe. Some that seem harmless can quietly overload your kidneys with phosphorus. Macadamia nuts may not be as common as almonds or peanuts, but for kidney patients they are one of the best options available. What makes them special is their very low phosphorus and potassium content compared to most other nuts. This is important because people with chronic kidney disease often struggle to keep these minerals in balance. Eating nuts high in potassium or phosphorus can quickly raise blood levels and place extra strain on the kidneys. Macadamias, however, are gentle in this regard. making them one of the safest choices for anyone who wants to enjoy nuts without fear of worsening their condition. Another advantage of macadamia nuts is their high content of healthy fats. Instead of loading the body with protein, which can sometimes stress the kidneys, macadamias provide mostly monounsaturated fats. These fats give steady energy throughout the day, support heart health, and reduce inflammation. For kidney patients, this means you can snack on something satisfying that won't add unnecessary pressure to already tired kidneys. The fat profile also helps keep cholesterol levels under control, lowering the risk of cardiovascular disease, which often goes hand in hand with kidney problems. Macadamia nuts are also known for their rich, buttery flavor. Because they are so satisfying, you don't need to eat a large quantity to feel full. A safe portion for kidney patients is just 4 to 5 nuts per day. This small serving is enough to get the benefits without overdoing it on calories or nutrients. Unlike other nuts where people may eat handfuls at a time, macadamias encourage portion control naturally because of their dense, filling taste. The best way to eat macadamias is plain and unsalted. Flavored or roasted versions often come with added salt or coatings that cancel out the benefits and can overload the kidneys with sodium. Eating them raw or lightly roasted without added ingredients keeps them safe and kidney-friendly. They can be enjoyed on their own as a snack or chopped into small pieces and added to salads or yogurt for extra texture. For kidney patients looking for a safe nut that doesn't push lab results in the wrong direction, macadamia nuts are an excellent choice. They give you energy, protect your heart, and satisfy cravings with only a few pieces. The creamiest nut is also the gentlest on your kidneys. But one nut often found in trail mixes is a silent threat. It looks innocent, but can accelerate kidney decline. Pine nuts are often overlooked, but for kidney patients they provide a unique balance of flavor and nutrition in a small package. Unlike cashews or almonds, which are loaded with potassium and phosphorus, pine nuts contain lower amounts, making them less stressful for weakened kidneys. At the same time, they still deliver healthy fats and antioxidants that the body needs. These fats support heart health, reduce inflammation, and provide a steady source of energy without overwhelming the kidneys with protein. For patients who struggle to find safe snack options, pine nuts offer a reliable alternative when used correctly. One of the main advantages of pine nuts is how concentrated they are. A small amount delivers a noticeable boost in satiety and energy. The antioxidants in pine nuts also help calm inflammation, a major driver of kidney damage. By reducing oxidative stress, these compounds protect both kidney tissue and blood vessels. This means pine nuts not only help control inflammation, but also support overall circulation, which is critical for keeping kidneys supplied with oxygen and nutrients. Because they are so dense, pine nuts are best used as a topping rather than eaten in large handfuls. Sprinkling a spoonful over a salad, adding them to a soup, or mixing them into a vegetable dish can give both flavor and nutrition without risk. A safe serving for kidney patients is just 1 tablespoon per day. This amount is enough to enjoy their benefits while keeping potassium and phosphorus intake within safe limits. Eating more than that regularly is not recommended, as even lower mineral nuts can add up if consumed in excess. It is also important to choose plain pine nuts without added salt or seasoning. Many packaged versions come roasted with oils or flavorings that increase sodium, which can raise blood pressure and fluid retention. For kidney patients, avoiding unnecessary sodium is just as important as controlling minerals. Plain, unsalted pine nuts provide the best option for safe and healthy use. Their mild flavor makes pine nuts easy to include in everyday meals. They blend well into kidney-safe recipes without overwhelming taste buds and are filling enough to reduce cravings for less healthy snacks. For seniors who need quick, nutrient-dense options, pine nuts can be an easy addition that doesn't require large portions. Tiny but mighty, this nut can give you kidney-safe energy in just a spoonful. Now we've covered the good, but most nuts fall in the danger zone. Let's uncover the 6 that kidney patients must avoid. Almonds are one of the most popular nuts in the world, often recommended as a heart-healthy snack, but for kidney patients they can be surprisingly dangerous. While they do provide protein, fiber, and vitamin E, the mineral content of almonds makes them risky when kidney function is already reduced. A small serving contains high amounts of both potassium and phosphorus, 2 minerals that damaged kidneys struggle to clear from the blood. Eating almonds regularly can quickly push potassium levels too high, which may cause irregular heartbeats, muscle weakness, or even sudden cardiac issues. At the same time, excess phosphorus puts extra strain on the kidneys, leading to itchy skin, bone loss, and worsening blood test results. The issue is that almonds are often marketed as a perfect health food. So many kidney patients eat them without realizing the hidden risks. A handful may seem harmless, but in people with chronic kidney disease, it can quietly speed up decline. The problem isn't just in whole almonds. Almond milk, which is widely used as a dairy alternative, can also be unsafe unless it has been specially processed to lower potassium and phosphorus. Most store-bought versions are not designed for kidney patients and can add to the mineral overload without people noticing. The danger with almonds is that the effects don't show immediately. You may feel fine after eating them, but over weeks and months, blood tests can reveal rising phosphorus levels, higher potassium, and worsening kidney markers. This silent damage makes almonds even more concerning because many patients assume that if there are no quick symptoms, the food must be safe. Unfortunately, by the time changes are obvious, the kidneys may already be significantly more damaged. For kidney patients, the best choice is to avoid almonds altogether, unless specifically cleared by a doctor or dietitian. Even then, serving sizes must be extremely small and monitored carefully. There are safer nut options, such as walnuts or macadamias, that provide benefits without the same mineral load. The nut everyone praises could quietly push you closer to dialysis. And the next one is even worse. It contains oxalates that fuel kidney stones. Cashews are often seen as one of the tastiest and creamiest nuts, used in everything from snacks to sauces. But for kidney patients, they are far from safe. Cashews are high in phosphorus, a mineral that the kidneys normally remove with ease. When kidney function is reduced, phosphorus starts to build up in the blood. This not only forces the kidneys to work harder, but also weakens bones, causes itchy skin, and increases the risk of heart problems. Eating cashews regularly can quickly raise phosphorus levels to a point where lab results begin to worsen. Another concern with cashews is their oxalate content. Oxalates are natural compounds that, when combined with calcium in the body, can form kidney stones. For someone who already has chronic kidney disease, the last thing they need is an increased risk of stone formation. Kidney stones can cause severe pain, infections, and even faster decline in kidney function. Cashews, unfortunately, provide a strong supply of oxalates that can trigger these issues. Cashews are also harder to digest compared to other nuts. Many kidney patients who eat them experience bloating, discomfort, or swelling afterward. This happens because the minerals and compounds in cashews place additional stress on both the digestive system and the kidneys. Roasted or salted cashews are even worse, since the added sodium drives blood pressure higher and contributes to fluid retention, leading to swollen ankles or puffy faces. What seems like an innocent snack can leave the body overloaded and struggling. Even small amounts of cashews can be harmful if eaten regularly. While they may seem creamy and satisfying, the risks far outweigh the benefits for people with kidney disease. Safer alternatives like pecans or macadamias provide healthy fats and flavor without the same mineral dangers. Cashews, on the other hand, create a double strike: too much phosphorus and oxalates that fuel both kidney strain and stone risk. Creamy texture, hidden danger: cashews are a double strike against your kidneys. But another nut, often salted and roasted, adds not just minerals but dangerous sodium levels. Pistachios are bright, fun to eat, and often marketed as a smart snack, but for kidney patients they carry more risks than benefits. One of the biggest concerns is their high potassium content. A small handful of pistachios contains far more potassium than weakened kidneys can safely handle. Since the kidneys are responsible for removing excess potassium from the blood, eating pistachios can quickly lead to a dangerous buildup. High potassium levels may not cause immediate pain, but they can trigger muscle weakness, cramps, or even irregular heart rhythms that put a patient at serious risk. The problems don't stop there. Most pistachios sold in stores are roasted and salted. The added sodium is a hidden threat because kidney patients already struggle with fluid balance and blood pressure. Too much sodium makes the body hold on to water, causing swelling in the legs, ankles, and face. It also raises blood pressure, which directly damages kidney filters and speeds up the decline in kidney function. What seems like a light snack can load the body with hundreds of milligrams of sodium in just a few bites. For someone with chronic kidney disease, that added strain can undo the benefits of careful diet control in a single sitting. Another effect of pistachios that many patients notice is skin irritation. High phosphorus and potassium levels, combined with sodium overload, can make the skin itchy and uncomfortable. This is a common symptom in CKD patients, and eating pistachios can worsen it. Some also report muscle cramps after eating salted pistachios, which are another sign of electrolyte imbalance. These small warnings should never be ignored, as they point to deeper mineral problems that can show up later in lab results. While pistachios may be healthy for people with strong kidneys, they are a poor choice for those with CKD. The combination of potassium, phosphorus, and sodium makes them one of the most risky nuts. Even if eaten in moderation, the regular stress they create is simply not worth it. Kidney patients are far safer choosing nuts that are naturally lower in these minerals and free from heavy salt. These green gems may look fun, but they load your kidneys with potassium you can't clear. Still, pistachios aren't the only colorful nut causing trouble. The next one is a classic snack that hides serious risks. Peanuts are one of the cheapest and most widely eaten snacks in the world. Although they're technically legumes and not true nuts, they're usually grouped with nuts because of how they're used in diets and snacks. For kidney patients, however, peanuts come with several hidden risks that make them far from safe. One major issue is their high phosphorus content. Even small servings of peanuts deliver more phosphorus than weak kidneys can comfortably handle. When phosphorus builds up in the blood, it causes itching, weakens bones, and forces kidneys to work harder, which speeds up decline. Another problem is that peanuts are almost always sold, roasted, and salted. The added sodium is especially dangerous for kidney patients because it raises blood pressure and makes the body retain extra fluid. This leads to swelling in the feet, ankles, and face, while also putting stress on the heart. Many people snack on peanuts without realizing how much sodium they are adding to their diet, but for someone with kidney disease, those hidden milligrams can make a big difference in both symptoms and lab results. Peanuts also carry a unique risk that most other nuts do not. They are more likely to contain molds that produce aflatoxins, a natural toxin that can damage both the liver and the kidneys. While healthy people can usually handle small exposures, kidney patients already have limited detox capacity. Adding aflatoxins to the workload places extra stress on both organs. Over time, this can worsen overall health, increase fatigue, and lower resistance to infections. The combination of high phosphorus, excess sodium, and the risk of aflatoxin exposure makes peanuts a poor choice for people with kidney problems. Even peanut butter, while convenient, is often loaded with salt, sugar, and added oils that cancel out any potential benefits. While it may be affordable and filling, peanuts are not worth the risk when safer alternatives exist, cheap and popular. But peanuts can quietly damage weak kidneys. And what about the shiny nut often coated in chocolate? That one's even more dangerous. Brazil nuts are often promoted as a superfood because of their high selenium content, but for kidney patients, this is exactly what makes them dangerous. Selenium is a trace mineral that the body needs in very small amounts for antioxidant protection and thyroid function. The problem is that Brazil nuts contain extremely high levels of it, so much that a single nut can provide more than the recommended daily intake. For healthy people, eating one or two occasionally may not cause harm, but for someone with chronic kidney disease, it can easily tip into toxicity. When selenium levels get too high, it puts added strain on the kidneys, which are already struggling to filter waste and balance minerals. Too much selenium can cause nausea, stomach upset, fatigue, and even nerve problems when consumed regularly. Since CKD patients often take supplements or medications that already affect mineral balance, adding Brazil nuts into the diet increases the risk of dangerous interactions. What makes it worse is that the kidneys have limited ability to clear excess selenium once it's in the body, so the mineral can accumulate over time. Another hidden issue with Brazil nuts is that they are also high in phosphorus. For kidney patients, this is an added burden on top of the selenium risk. High phosphorus levels not only damage bones and cause itching but also make dialysis or medication adjustments more likely in advanced stages of CKD. Many people think of Brazil nuts as a healthy heart food, but for damaged kidneys, the nutrient load is simply too much. Even eating just one nut a day can push selenium intake over safe limits for kidney patients. Larger portions, like the handfuls often recommended in general health advice, are far beyond what CKD patients can tolerate. This is why dietitians usually recommend avoiding Brazil nuts completely rather than trying to measure out small amounts. The risks outweigh the benefits. especially when other nuts like walnuts, pecans, or macadamias can provide safe fats and antioxidants without the danger of selenium overload. One bite gives more selenium than your kidneys can handle. And the final nut to avoid is one many think of as healthy for the heart, but it can overload sick kidneys. Hazelnuts are a common ingredient in chocolates, spreads, and desserts, and on the surface they seem like a healthy nut choice. They contain fiber, vitamin E, and healthy fats that support the heart. For people with normal kidney function, hazelnuts can be part of a balanced diet, but for those with chronic kidney disease, the mineral content makes them a risky option. Hazelnuts are high in both phosphorus and potassium, two minerals that weak kidneys struggle to clear from the blood. Eating them regularly can cause levels of these minerals to rise quickly, creating more problems than benefits. High potassium from hazelnuts can trigger muscle weakness, cramps, or in severe cases, dangerous heart rhythm changes. Since CKD patients often already have potassium restrictions, adding hazelnuts can silently push potassium above safe levels. At the same time, the high phosphorus load weakens bones, causes skin itching, and forces the kidneys to work harder. For someone whose kidney function is already reduced, this double burden is more than the body can handle. Another concern is that hazelnuts are often eaten in processed forms like chocolate spreads, roasted mixes, or pralines. These usually come with added sugar, oils, or salt, all of which are harmful for kidney patients. Sugar increases blood sugar spikes, salt raises blood pressure, and unhealthy oils add inflammation. What may feel like a sweet treat can actually accelerate kidney decline when consumed regularly. Even when eaten plain, hazelnuts remain unsafe for CKD patients because of their mineral content. Unlike macadamias or pecans, which can be used in moderation, hazelnuts simply deliver too much potassium and phosphorus per serving. For this reason, they are best avoided altogether once kidney disease is diagnosed. Healthy individuals can enjoy them freely, but kidney patients must choose safer options to prevent hidden damage. A favorite in desserts, but a heavy burden for damaged kidneys. So, how do you enjoy the good nuts safely without falling into these traps? The safest way for kidney patients to enjoy nuts is by focusing only on the 4 that provide benefits without overwhelming the kidneys: walnuts, pecans, macadamias, and pine nuts. Each of these nuts has been shown to support health in different ways, while keeping potassium and phosphorus at manageable levels. The key is to eat them in the right amounts and spread them across the day so your body absorbs the nutrients steadily instead of all at once. A balanced daily plan might look like this. Start your morning with 3 walnut halves, either eaten plain or chopped into a small bowl of oatmeal. This gives you omega-3 fats and anti-inflammatory support at the beginning of the day. Around midday, have a small handful of pecans, about 8 to 10 halves. These will provide antioxidants and help stabilize blood sugar, especially useful if you're managing diabetes along with kidney disease. In the afternoon, when cravings for snacks usually appear, eat 4 or 5 macadamia nuts. Their buttery taste is satisfying, and their healthy fats give steady energy without protein overload. Finally, in the evening, add 1 tablespoon of pine nuts to a salad or vegetable dish. This rounds out the plan with more antioxidants and gentle kidney-safe energy. This schedule spreads nutrients evenly, avoids overload, and prevents cravings from leading to unsafe choices. The portion sizes are small but powerful, giving you steady support without pushing mineral levels too high. If you ever crave unsafe nuts like almonds or cashews, replace them with one of the safe options in your plan. For example, if you want crunch similar to almonds, reach for walnuts. If you want creamy flavor like cashews, macadamias are the best replacement. Over time, your taste buds will adapt, and you'll find the safe nuts just as enjoyable. The results of following this plan appear in a clear timeline. In the first week, many patients notice less bloating and fewer digestive issues because they've removed nuts that overload the kidneys. By the first month, blood tests often show more stable potassium and phosphorus levels. Swelling may also reduce, and energy levels become more consistent throughout the day. Between 3 and 6 months, the deeper improvements show up. Phosphorus levels tend to lower, creatinine may stabilize, and symptoms like fatigue and itchy skin improve noticeably. Some patients even report better blood sugar control and less reliance on processed snacks. These changes may not happen overnight, but consistency with the safe nut plan leads to measurable benefits that both patients and doctors can see. Small handfuls, Big changes your snack choices decide your kidney future. But even safe nuts aren't safe for everyone. Your stage of CKD changes everything. Not every kidney patient can follow the same nut plan in the same way. The stage of kidney disease, age, and medications all determine what's safe. For people in stage 1 or 2, nuts can usually be included with moderation. At these early stages, the kidneys still have enough function to handle small amounts of phosphorus and potassium. Sticking to the safe nuts, walnuts, pecans, macadamias, and pine nuts, while keeping to the serving sizes we discussed, can provide real benefits without pushing lab results in the wrong direction. By stage 3, stricter control becomes necessary. Potassium and phosphorus levels are often less stable at this point, and even safe nuts can add up if portions are too large. Instead of daily servings of all 4 nuts, patients in stage 3 may need to cut portions in half or rotate between different nuts during the week. This keeps mineral intake balanced while still giving the body antioxidants and healthy fats. Bitter experiences with swelling, cramps, or changes in blood work often show when limits aren't respected. Stage 4 is even more sensitive. At this level, kidneys are working at a fraction of their capacity, and even small mistakes can cause serious issues. Nuts are often restricted heavily or avoided altogether unless specifically approved by a nephrologist. If they are allowed, it's usually in very tiny amounts with regular blood tests to check potassium and phosphorus. The risks of overload at this stage are high, which is why medical supervision is essential before adding any nuts to the diet. Age also changes how nuts should be eaten. Seniors over 75 often have weaker digestion, making it harder to process whole nuts. For them, nut butters or pastes made from safe nuts can be a better choice. These provide the same nutrients in a gentler form, reducing the risk of bloating or discomfort. Of course, these should still be plain and unsalted, without added sugar or oils. Medication interactions must also be considered.